All right, guys. Fulu coming to you with another commentary. I just want to just get into it again. I've been getting into it a while about how basically, not just Beleggio women, but Karens too, and just modern women in general are attracted to Chads, Pookies, and Ray Rays just by default, and that a guy with his um his stuff together is not appealing to them. You know, even when the stuff together equals six figures, it's just not good enough. Um, for example, um, a lot of the time, a modern woman will say that's a requirement. He must make six figures, right? But she'll end up having a baby with someone who's less. For example, one of those Kardashian sisters, um, she had a Chad, and basically all he really did was just get drunk and insult her all the time. But she still stayed with him. You know what I mean? They still stayed together. So I say this to say that I remember something that I was reading, and then I'll show a video of that drives home the point. I remember I was reading something a while back, and it was about Lauren London. And the thing is about Lauren London, and I'm just gonna just try to keep it as respectful as possible. Um, she she has a Jewish father who's an Ashkenazi Jew. Her mother is black. However, rather than basically, I guess you can say, embrace that Jewish side, which I don't know if she would be accepted or not, she tried to embrace the black side, which had nothing to do with thug like behavior. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen one broke Jew in my life. You know, I mean, if you're in LA, all you have to do is look at Westwood Boulevard. All you have to do is look at Pico Boulevard to know that these people, like, like they have the knowledge, and they use the knowledge to build communal wealth that basically runs a lot of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just being completely honest when I say that. Now, um, with that being said, um, we have to look at who, um, we have to look at who she idolized and who she went for. Now, let me see if I can find it. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think I either screenshotted it or. Oh, yeah, right here. So, she said, and this is when she was 23, 24 years old. She said, so you want man, the interviewer asked her, So you want a man who's both honest and and thug, an authentic gangster that deletes about half the rap game off your list. I love guys who are street. I won't even give soft guys a chance. Menace to Society is my ish. Kane was like my first crush. Now, if you're not familiar with that, Kane was by all means what you call a Pookie Ray Ray type dude. Um, didn't really care, got shot up, robbed a dude for his rims, and told the dude to also order him some food in the process of robbing him. Um, hit smashed the girl. The girl said the baby is his. He said, "Nah, that's not mine," and proceeded to beat up the girl's cousin. The girl's cousin came back and offed him. In addition to that, and this is just a fictional movie, but things like this take place, as we're going to assume, as I'm still going to show you in this commentary. Now, in addition to that, one guy, his girlfriend was out of jail, but she was, but he was in jail, and Kane was hitting his girlfriend, and she was also a single mother as well. And he was teaching her son how to use guns. And that single mother was Jada Pinkett Smith in that movie. Now, it's kind of ironic that she says actually that Kane was her first crush, because Kane was by all means self-destructive. You know what I mean? And she didn't even come from that life, but she, by default, modern Beledro women are drawn to just Pookie and Ray Ray by default. That's just how it works. I didn't make the rules. I just learned the rules. Um, Now it gets a bit worse. She said, actually, Old Dog was my true dream guy. I was in love with him from that opening scene where he pops the convenience store worker. He had me from that gunshot. He was hood, and I loved that. Now keep in mind that Old Dog, he was what you call like Pookie and Ray Ray 2.0, because Old Dog, like if you ask Old Dog, like if we were sitting around and we said, hey, you want to go hit a lick, Old Dog would be the first guy to be like, okay, let's go. He'll be the first dude to be like, yeah, why not? Let's roll out. Let's go hit that lick. If we say like for some like if we say, yo, someone shot up the hood, you know, then Old Dog would be like, let's go back right now and go get him. Let's go shoot up their hood. Like that's the type Old Dog would be. Also, Old Dog wouldn't be afraid to have any casualties in regards to like killing people. You know what I mean? He would what you call it? If someone got in the way and they were innocent, then Old Dog would kill them. Now, granted, this is a fictional movie, but seeing that she's attracted to this type of dude goes to show you what kind of Jezebel spirit she has. Now, without speaking too much about the late great Hustle Man, um, the thing is, when Hustle Man was like pushing the turf, he wasn't like necessarily, he knew there was a better way besides self-destruction. You know what I mean? Like he always had in the back of the mind that he had his eye on some better things. It was just that like frustration sets in, and the environment around you kind of just like almost sucks you in, although you try to resist it. But he just got these moonshine ideas that were, I believe, divinely given to him. I personally believe that they were divinely given to him, that created something better for himself and his family as well. You know. Now, Lauren London, unfortunately, like she wasn't really, unfortunately, she wasn't really appreciative of that. You know what I mean? And although he tried to teach her and stuff like that, it didn't really end well, like in him trying to teach her like this was in the past, this is not what it is right now. You know, she didn't appreciate that. You know what I mean? Um, in the video rap, um, in the video rap ninjas. Now in that video, like he's around a lot of the homies and stuff like that, and as a matter of fact, you know, I'm way in the cut in the video. However, when he did that, Lauren London was there, and the thing is, all that energy from homies from the turf just drove her on. Like that's the thing. Like, and that's the type of evil Jezebel energy you deal with when you're dealing with these Pookie and Ray Ray lovers. Now, I want to show you something that I came across, and just this just drives my point. That like if you're a man who's like just trying to make something of himself, it still may not be good enough. It still may not do the trick. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's get into it. And I'm gonna go ahead, you know, get into it real quick. All right, let's see. Let me find it. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can find this video. I think I saved it. Did I save it? I know I saved it. Hold on. All right.
This flashlight is basically a lightsaber. This new military flashlight is basically a flame torch that
I like the BB. I love you. You know what I'm saying?
So when was the last time being out here on the street, when was the last time?
Now, this guy is 26 years old. He's fallen on some hard times. He's homeless. But let's go into it.
Last time my foot got there yesterday morning.
Okay.
BBW.
BBW?
Yeah.
Was that
I mean, we're answering. Like, hold on, let me speak.
Go ahead.
Light skin, but they talk to me. I'm talking about a fat old titty. This fat titty. I'm talking about that when she walk with a touch, I'm saying the pussy stick in the pussy by that wide, boy. That's till he got the man doing that shit. But get one door.
Was it protected or unprotected? What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my man out here today. How you doing today, man?
Man, nigga, I'm doing blessed. Goddamn too good to be stressed. What's happening, man?
All right. So are you homeless?
Yeah, I'm homeless, yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old, yeah.
Okay. And so how long have you been homeless?
I don't really know how long I've been homeless. But, goddamn, how can I say it? I can say, goddamn, I'm be out of real. See, I live with my mother and them right there, but they ain't my house. They ain't my permanent residence. I stay moving, so I'm home with y'all. I've been home with goddamn part of me.
So I guess he's in between places, and one of those places is his mama's house.
In a minute, we can get, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how long. See, too. One thing about me is, goddamn, a strong black man, so I'm gonna maintain knowledge.
Okay. So I mean, basically saying that you stay with your mom, but is it like a house or an apartment?
House.
Okay. And so you could basically go there anytime that you need to.
Oh, yeah, me and mom do always been like that right here.
Okay, so you're not really homeless.
It's personal choice. How about that?
Okay, so like, I guess why be out on the street? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Why? Because the respect they got my mom, I ain't gonna do the shit that I normally do over there. My mom do, man, that's my partner, that my mama got. I'm saying that, everything. All the way real. You know
Now, usually Pookie though, he doesn't care about his. In fact, his mom receives the brunt of what he does, but in this case, he's actually a little bit more like he has a little bit more humanity.
One thing about me, I'm a solo kind of person. I enjoy my own company. I enjoy my own peace of mind. You get what I'm saying? You feel where I'm coming from? The thing is, when I'm by myself, when I'm out here on the street, I ain't got no rule to follow none of this shit right there. I ain't got to go back and report to no motherfucker.
you be having rules at mom's house?
Every mom do gonna have rules.
All right, man. So listen, so you got any kids?
I got 4 that I know of. You know what I'm saying? 2 twins, another one a girl, another one got a little boy.
So he said that he has 4 that he knows of, right? So you have to ask yourself, there's a couple of things you have to ask yourself. The first thing is, how are those kids going to fare when it's all said and done? The second thing is, how much blame are all black men going to receive for the people, the women who chose him, but are gonna obviously throw all black men under the bus because of their wrong choices. But let's continue.
Okay, how old are they?
The 2 twins, feel me? They were born February 2nd. They're 2 years old. The oldest girl, she 4 years old. Her name's Maya. You know what I'm saying? And the little boy, he 3.
Okay, and so how many different moms?
What about the twin got the same mom, and I got 2 other baby moms.
Okay.
So the fact that he has, and that's usually a telltale sign of a Pookie and a Ray Ray, is that, like, they're gonna spread their seed around. But the thing is that the fact that the women knew, that this is what they were gonna get, this is the deal they were signing up for, and they decided not to really do better, is a telltale sign of, like, how basically, like, what they're attracted to. You know what I mean? That's just the bottom line. There's no getting around it. If I was making this up, I wouldn't be doing the video. But there's no getting around what I'm talking about.
And so, I mean, like, let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from, man?
Where I'm from, real nigga shit where I originated from. I was born up north in Bridgeport, Connecticut. But down here, when I moved to Georgia, got down about 20 years ago.
So you moved here, you was about 6? About 5 or 6?
5, 6.
Okay.
I was over there, Cleveland Avenue, Lakewood, Jonesboro South, Jonesboro North. But okay. I love the east side. Got that my stomach going Boulder Creek though.
Okay. Shout out Boulder Creek.
You know how we do.
Okay, and so, I mean, so you pretty much grew up here. When you was growing up, did you grow up with both your mom and your dad in the household?
No.
Okay, and so was your dad, was he active in your life?
Yeah, that's a non-factor. We're gonna leave it at that. You know what a non-factor is, right? Some shit that ain't relevant to the whole situation.
Well,
so when his mom chose a Pookie and Ray Ray, he's gonna become a Pookie and Ray Ray. That's usually what happens, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's relevant to us. I mean, and so I mean, the long and short of it is that. Did you have a relationship with him?
Nah. Look, I ain't had no beef with him. Yeah, we cool, goddamn, but goddamn, he wasn't in the picture.
So was he down here or was he up in Connecticut? Or somewhere else?
He was up there down here over in Allen Temple somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he was down here. So, I mean, did he move down here when y'all moved down here?
He's from here, yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay. All right, when was the last time you saw him?
I don't goddamn no shit. Last time I talked to him about earlier last year, he went. My mom dude got him on the phone. He said your father on the phone. I said, hey, Kim, what you doing? I said, my name Kim. Kim, man. I can't call you dad, cause I ain't got that kind of respect for you. So anyway, like I was saying, though, I'm like, hey, Kim, how you doing? Yada 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 yada. I said, all right. Anyway, it's a good thing here ain't from you. I get better phone better than my mom. I ain't hang up on her because they disrespect anybody. And then say this is a proper call. You feel me?
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I got 5 brothers. I'm the youngest of all of them.
Okay, so you're the baby brother.
So the cycle repeats itself, you know. When the kid is angry, you know, the kid usually grows up angry. The kid usually grows up mad, you know what I mean? And the fact that he has 5 different brothers too goes to show you that his mom didn't learn the first time. That, you know, the mom decided to keep on hitting her head on the same wall.
Okay. Only one thing, all of them growing up, goddamn, what?
Do they all have the same dad or they have different dads?
Different dad. We all got the same mom.
Okay. Do you share a brother?
You said different dads, same mom.
Do you share with your dad? Do you have any other brothers with your dad?
I got
from your mom.
Nah, I got 2. My father got 2 other sons though.
Okay.
They older than me. Goddamn Jason and Jordan.
Okay. I mean, what effect do you think the absence of your dad in your life had on you, man? What effect do you think they had on you?
Nothing.
Fellas, it's time to take care of down there.
I guess I have let my bottom half go.
Use Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0.
Man, what effect do you think they had on you?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. You don't know me, I'm still kicking my shit. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see. And that thing here, I got cash up too. Anybody that hear me out, goddamn, see my cash up is.
Hold on. We gonna get to that. All right, so I mean, you know, I saw you out here. You was kind of in the middle of the cars where you kind of panhandling.
Yeah, panhandling. I'm coming up on my neck.
Okay. And so why not just like get a job?
The clock ain't never did nothing to me, so I ain't finna punch that motherfucker. I get more money on the blunt than the job, though.
You get more money panhandling?
I get more money panhandling. It sounds crazy, but this shit real. Within an hour. Except for my job,
how much would you get in an hour on a just typical?
I'm gonna give it a minimum of 40. But if money didn't burn a hole in my pocket, I'd be a lot better.
Why does money burn a hole in your pocket?
Right. First of all, I got a habit, nigga. I'm out here in the street.
What's the habit?
I like to gamble. I like to smoke. I like alcohol. I like scratch. I like to get my whole goddamn.
So, you know, he makes $40 an hour, as he said. And so, I don't know if he's doing it in other ways. You know, I'm not quite sure. But if you're like, for example, like, let's say you're an accountant. You're a guy who's an accountant. You have an accounting for a firm. And you're making good money. Chances are that will still be too boring for masculine Monisha, and she would actually choose him instead, because I guess it's quick money, and the chances of him winning and gambling may appeal to her as well.
The whole thing, the gambling, the lottery.
I got a $50 habit, son. Every one 50.
50 for what?
First of all, I need 50 because I need $20 worth of scratch out. I need $10 to put in the machine, and I need at least I got them another dub because I can go get my high.
And that's weed?
Weed, crack, and all that, homie. Except for heroin and ice. Another one of my habits is goddamn a 4 feet, like a 5 foot tall, fat old titty, fat old pussy ass bitch. I'm talking fat ass, I'm talking juice.
So the fact that he has those habits and they're willingly giving it up to him goes to show you what type of time that a lot of modern Western women are on. You know what I mean? So just don't bother with them. There's no need to bother. Seriously.
I don't like no skinny ass hoe, cause I'm already skinny. If you got that bum to grind against, I ain't gonna feel no bones.
So you like the BBW?
I like the BB. I love them, you know what I'm saying?
So when was the last time being out here on the street, when was the last time you had sex?
Last time I fought, we got there yesterday morning.
Okay.
BBW.
BBW?
Yeah.
Was that
I didn't want to ask him.
Now, granted, he likes Lizzo type women, so it's a bit easier for him to basically get his rocks off. It still goes to show what kind of society we're living in right now. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Light skin, but they talk to me. I'm talking about a fat old titty. I'm talking about when she walk with a tight on the pussy stick in the pussy by that wide, boy. Man, tell you got the man doing that shit. But get what doing?
Was it protected or unprotected?
But that shit right there protected right now.
Okay, was that someone that you paid the money for that, or was that just somebody that you...
One thing I never did in life was pay for some pussy, but a bitch gonna pay for this dick, though. It is.
All right.
He's right, too. Most of the time, when you're a Pookie or a Ray Ray, a woman will sponsor your life. You know what I mean? Don't let it fool you. A woman will say, oh, I don't want no bum nigga, this, that, and the other. But by all accounts, Pookie and Ray Ray are those type of niggas that she says she doesn't want. You know, they're looking for the quick come up. They're not looking at a bigger picture. And although she says she doesn't want that, she really does.
All right, man, and so I mean, so you basically, you don't have no plans of trying to like get a job or nothing like that.
First of all, I mean, got in the past, I'm gonna be on TV and I ain't talking about Channel 2 at the news.
What you gonna be doing on TV,
I'm gonna be an actor, nigga.
Okay, man, we need to act Tyler Perry.
They're the best one. That Kevin Hart, nigga. Okay, he might be funny to other folks, but that nigga trash to me.
Why is Kevin Hart trash?
Because he ain't funny to me. I mean, I don't know what they ain't got that one. What other folks see, I'm giving you my peace of mind. I don't give a fuck, man. Get my opinion. I ain't hear it from nobody coming out of my own mind. My opinion.
Well, listen, hold on real quick. Why would Tyler Perry be lucky to have you as an actor?
First of all, by the grace of God, and first of all, I got that one way or another. I mean, it's the only thing I can say. Before I leave the earth, I ain't gonna meet that nigga. We're gonna dap up, we're gonna chop it up and got down that way.
Okay.
And the reason why, because I got faith. That's why.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Man. So, I mean, listen, man. I mean, it sounds like you pretty much are just, comfortable being out here on the street, doing what you do. It sounds like you pretty much you got a roof that you can go to whenever you need to. You know what I'm saying? So, why you shaking your head?
I ain't saying that.
Oh, okay. So anyway, man, all right, Hey, listen. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you don't have any regrets about being in this position at this point in life?
I ain't got no regrets about nothing. I only got one life to live. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on, baby. Hold on, baby.
Listen, now, Fed, we're gonna. It's about,
hopefully I can maybe get you next, okay?
All right,
go ahead.
Anyway, like I ain't got no regrets about life because everything happened for a reason. Yeah, I gonna put shit on your plate. But I mean, that right there's some shit that there's some weights for you to lift. You get stronger and get past that motherfucker. People got guys throw goddamn couple weights on your plate, don't mean goddamn you gotta stay with that bullshit. He threw this shit on me, goddamn saying I'm still lifting weight with it. I ain't ready goddamn to get past and go on.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that your mom is proud of you?
Man, I don't give a damn about none of that shit, but me and my mom cool as a motherfucker, I know that.
Okay.
That's my opinion. How about that? Don't let me why I just gave you an opinion. I don't give a damn what you think that me and mom still like this. That's what I think. That's what I know. So what's happening? What's this question?
All right. Well, listen, man. I mean, we really appreciate you, man, taking the time, answering all of our questions, man. I mean, you know, if anybody wanted to reach out, donate, or help, do you have a social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I got all that.
Go ahead, shout it out, man.
All right, you can get me on Facebook. My name is Timothy Carswell. Kimothy. Last name Carswell. Carswell. Timothy Carswell. Let me repeat that. Kimothycarswell. My phone number is 678-697-6407. I repeat.
All right, I might not put the phone up. I don't know if I want to go.
Well, here's my Cash App.
What's your Cash App, man?
My Cash App is We Know Cash 30. WEKNOWCASH. Number 30. We Know Cash 30. Money sign We Know Cash 30. No spaces.
All right, man. Listen, man. We wish you nothing but the best out here, all right? Hey, man, have a good one, all right?
All right.
Yes, sir.
So there you guys have it. The fact that he has 4 kids from 3 different women goes to show you that what these women really like. You know what I mean? Don't let it fool you. This is what they like. Let's you know, granted this scholar said something that I really didn't find too kind in what he said, but he said something that was kind of spot on. About like illegitimate kids and like what it does to the society. Okay, here we go. Let's see what he says.
And again, submission to the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those limits were placed upon us for our own benefit. So we know, for instance, Unwin, who wrote a book called Sex and Culture, I think it was published in 1934. I mean, this was an Oxford scholar who studied all of these different cultures, and he found that whenever a culture unleashed the sexual promiscuity, that it was gone within 3 generations, which is about 75 years. And so if you think about the 1960s being the beginning of that, we're coming to a close on that. And he said he could not find any exceptions to that. So people say, oh, why is religion so obsessed with sexual morality? Because maybe, just maybe, that's one of the ways in which we maintain the health and solidarity of our society. Because family is the foundation of society. If family breaks down, that's the fundamental unit of a civilization. If family breaks down, society breaks down. And so
and I've said that in previous videos. I've said it in previous videos that like society is productive when you have a productive family. Like, for example, when you look at, and I'm just going to take an old example. When you look at what Cherno Usman B. Fourier, Rahmatullah Alayh, did, it was productive. Like here's the thing. I think his great-grandmother was a scholar. His grandmother was a scholar. His grandfather was a scholar. His great-grandfather was a scholar. His father was a scholar. He became a scholar, so it just trickled down. That whole thing just trickled down. And the thing about his folks is that they were married. Okay. And so because the family unit was so close, um, he was able to cultivate those individuals that did incredible things and that had things that even broke normal thing, like broke physical norms. You know what I mean? It broke like it defined like different physical things that were in place on this earth. So when the fact that he came from a scholarly family and then added to that scholarly family um goes to show you why he was able to do what he did. It goes to show you why he it was like productive. The society in which he was in was like productive and things like that. You know what I mean? That it was a scholar, it was a scholar, it was like a scholarly society. And so I've been saying what he's saying right now. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna be real. Um, the reason why, like, not just nah, it's not even just the black family, man. It's every family. You look at even right now with families with Chads and Karens, those are even breaking down. Like those families are even like just breaking down basically and becoming like degenerate and stuff like that. When you really look at it from a full spectrum. But let's listen.
Can't even use words like illegitimacy anymore. They're unacceptable words. There's no shame anymore in any type of sexual behavior.
And that's a fact. Like, you know, like I'm gonna be real. Be real, bro. I'm not having no kids outside of marriage. Point blank, period. I'm not doing that. I don't care like how people like listen, I'm me. And you ain't gonna ever make me feel bad about it. You ain't gonna ever make me feel like a lame about it. But I'm me. And I know how my tribe and I know how my parents would treat me. Or let's just say my my mother, who's the last one alive. Um, I know how my aunties and my uncles would treat me. I know how my grandmother would look at me and things like that. Like if I did that, you know, so I'm not gonna do that, bro.
And so that's an area of hudud that Allah has given us, saying, do not transgress those limits because there are repercussions that are going to affect you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't need any of our worship. He doesn't need us. He doesn't. All of this is from the bounty of Allah, His fadl, and because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shared with us this extraordinary experience of existence and consciousness and made us in that metaphysical surah.
All right, there's another video I want to show.
Você deixou o seu país, mas com a Remitly
Let me try to find it because he says something very telling in that video. You know. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. If I can find the video real quick. Let me see. I gotta find it. I can't find it though. Okay. Maybe let me just type it in. Hold on, maybe I can find it. Okay, let me see. Maybe this is it.
that's unjust. You can't do that to a human being. They have the right to know who their father is.
Okay, here we go.
Prevalent in a culture, then prepare yourselves for the. And one of the things the Prophet ﷺ said,
Alayhi salatu
if a
salam.
culture, if fornication becomes prevalent in a culture, then prepare yourselves for the wrath of Allah.
Yeah, and we're seeing the wrath because, like, here's the thing. Here's the real deal. Men by default are probably going to get less sex than women by default, because all a woman has to do pretty much is say, hey, you know, let's do this. And most of the time a guy, and sometimes even irrespective of how she looks, is going to jump on that opportunity. So when she does get the Chads, when she does get the Pookies, when she does get the Ray Rays, you know what I mean? She understands that, like, you know, 9 times out of 10 times, nobody's going to say no. You know what I mean? She understands this. And so this is why she's doing what she does, you know, and also because of the feminism and sexual liberation that was given to her that said it's okay to ride different pogo sticks. I remember one such girl said this, and this goes to show you where society is. She said every girl has an HOE face. She said that. She actually said that.
You see, and the wrath is in those children because they're filled with rage. And look at what we've now reached.
That's a fact. I don't even want to do this to homies, but most of the homies who bang the set, they come from a single mother, you know. Because Pookie and Ray Ray just, you know, they'll spread their seed far and wide and not give a care. The mom won't care, though. That's the problem. She's knowingly making that choice, right? And then what happens is not only is the kid mad, but a lot of times she's mad at the kid because of the choice she made, you know?
50% in this country, children born out of wedlock, we're reaching 50% or past.
Now, mind you, this is 14 years ago that this lecture was done. And so the amount is probably higher now that there's kids born out of wedlock now.
And look at all the crimes. Look at all the violence. There's rage. If you go into the prisons in this country and ask these men, they don't have fathers. They didn't have fathers. They don't even know who their fathers were. That is oppression.
It is oppression. Yeah, you know, even with my dad, you know, many people would say, yo, you're like, because my dad, like, he kind of shaped me the way I am right now because, you know, with my dad, without saying too much, you know, we couldn't like really, he wasn't with like us showing emotion. He wasn't with us complaining or anything like that. He wasn't with that. You know, he really wasn't with that. He was still a loving father. You know, it's just that he showed his love in a different way. I would equate my father's love like a little bit of a mild down version of Vegeta and his son Trunks, you know? A little bit mild down, you know, never hit me or anything like that, but drilled me over the head with books and just tribal code of honor and stuff like that. But, you know, this is true, though. They're angry at that, bro. They're really angry.
That's unjust. You can't do that to a human being. They have the right to know who their father is. And so Islam came to preserve that right through the prohibition of fornication and through the guidelines of Sharia in proper marriage. And this is why Islam recognized any marriage outside of Islam. If two people become Muslim, they do not have to renew a marital contract. Islam recognizes marriages of other deens.
So that's the good thing about it. Like, so I'm not someone who does dawah. I'm far from that person who does dawah, right? But that's a good thing that you can, like, for example, you can be like deciding that you want to like get into Islam and you can already be married. And then you don't have to get married no more. Still keep the same marriage. You know what I mean? No problem. That's good. And if you decide and you're able to, you can like do polygamy legally. But I don't think they'll let you do it here, unfortunately.
You see, it doesn't, it's as long as it is a marriage that is recognized by the custom of a people. But two people living together with no responsibilities, Islam rejects that completely. And people...
That's why you never want to have a live-in girlfriend. What I will say about that, though, yeah, I'm not encouraging this. Don't think I'm encouraging you guys to do this. I'm not encouraging it. But I'm just saying, if you do decide to have a live-in girlfriend, then your best bet is to make sure everything is in your name. Don't have anything in her name. Never do that. You're only setting yourself up.
Forget that in 1968, it was major news in this country that a woman on the East Coast was kicked out of her university because she was living in sin. 1968, kicked out of a university because she was living in sin. People forget how quickly morals have changed in this culture. There was an article in...
Yeah, morals sure have changed, man. They get worse and worse and worse as the years pass. And the sad thing is, people don't seem to care. Like, they really don't seem to care at all. You know?
News and World Report about fornication, premarital sex. And what they were saying was even conservatives won't condemn adult consensual premarital sex. They'll condemn teenage sex, but they will not condemn consenting adults, because everybody's doing it, the article said. Well, why should the teenagers not do it if that's their example? You see? Why?
And believe me, kids are doing it. As crazy as it sounds, one of the athletes I had, who had potential, great potential, could have probably been an Olympian with her raw talent that just needed the right college program to cultivate the talent. Yeah, I think she got like pregnant at like 13, man. And it just surprised the heck out of me. I'm like, yo, what the heck? Are you serious?
And everything in this culture is saying have fun, enjoy yourself. The media is showing it, promoting fornication. Most of the television sitcoms and the films, they don't have relationships. Marriages are usually dull and boring on television, uninteresting.
In real life, that's the thing too. That's why a lot of women cheat. A lot of women go outside of the marriage. It's because it's dull and boring for them. You know, the same routine is boring. their husband coming back from a hard day's work is boring. Even if he's on a high level, it's still boring for them. You know, as we know, they talk about they want traditional men. No, they just want the benefits that come with that traditional man. They don't want the man exactly, because if they wanted the man, they wouldn't do what they do. Looking elsewhere, cheating, and stuff like that. That's what it comes down to.
It's soap operas. What's exciting is illicit relations. Really? This is what they're seeing, and this is what they're being conditioned to believe.
Yeah, man. Those are facts. Those are facts, bro. But anyhow, man, this is just what it is. You know, Casper Karen, Masculine Moniqua, they'll always love Pookie Ray Ray and Chad, no matter what. And they'll always have a disdain for you if you're into something like coding. If you're a digital gorilla like myself. If you just have different forms of income that are legitimate, they're always not. They're not going to really be. They're not going to really be like for you. Now, granted, since I box, I've seen some pretty high caliber women who are like traditional women. As a matter of fact, one of them is a very traditional woman who, you know, his wife, your Dennis Ugas, his fiance is very traditional. As a matter of fact, on the All Access, and I'm going to end it on this note, on the All Access before the fight with Earl Spence, his wife was cooking his food. And she even said something that a modern woman would never say. A modern woman will never say the words that I'm about to say because they think they know everything. She actually said, he teaches me about discipline and dedication. Key words, he teaches me. But with that being said, I'm out until the next one. Foolish signing out. I'm Job.